Hello, love riders. This is a general reading for the full snow moon in Leo on February 12th, and as always with a general reading, take what serves you and leave what doesn't. It's my wish that this reading will address the collective and you personally. So we're in a time of limbo. It's between winter and spring. Stillness and action, darkness and light. Four of Wands, the basis of our situation. I don't always love cards with a meaning written on them because I don't always agree with those meanings. To me, this card represents community, stability, and celebrations. What I do love about this deck is the artwork and the gorgeous colors. And I'm a big fan of the artist, Kat Pierce, who made this deck. She's also a musician in a band with her sister called The Pierces. And if you haven't heard them, you should check them out. Opposing forces, temperance. It's a card of balance. In the past, we have the Knight of Pentacles, representing abundance, steadiness, expansion. Ten of Wands. Oh my. She's being burned at the stake. Strain, oppression. In the sky, we have the Magician. So that's an opportunity to manifest. Ahead of us, the High Priestess. Inner guidance, hidden knowledge, intuition, and she is a representation of the goddess. Hopes, the Hermit. It's a card of enlightenment, solitude, and guidance. We've got an environment of judgment. Look at all these major arcana. Are we in an intense timeline or what? Awakening, renewal, choices, and self-realization. For fears, we have the Fool, new beginnings, innocence or naivete, and a leap of faith, another major arcana. Oops, outcome card on the floor. And it's the Ace of Swords, truth, new ideas, clarity, communication. Drawing an oracle card here, and we can do a close-up of it in a bit. I like to use Tarot of the Divine as an oracle / clarification deck. It is such a magical set, but it takes me forever to do a full reading since I'm always drawn to reading every single story instead of reading it like a Rider-Waite Smith. It's the Star, another major arcana. Hope. It's a card of hope, faith, inspiration, and peace. And we can look at what the book says regarding the story on this card. Based on these cards in these positions and their relation to one another, I see a disruption to the stability in the community. There's a lack of balance and moderation because the energy of this Knight of Pentacles, which would be prosperity, expansion, honest work, and steadiness, are in our past. And what potentially lies ahead of us is burdens. But We possess the tools of empowerment. This full moon sees the crocus pushing through the snow. The force of nature overcoming oppression. We have the High Priestess in our favor, an ancient knowledge buried just beneath the surface. May it rise up through the earth like the crocus. May tyrannical kings fall and the feminine spirit soar, and the world be remade in her honor. Hold a light in the darkness. Use your intuition to share guidance with those who can be trusted, and keep silent counsel with those who cannot. An awakening is taking place. There's an opportunity for transcendence, review, and renewal. A leap of faith will be required. Truth revealed. New ideas and choices. Let's read this oracle card. Let go of the old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. Here's the theme again. This is a time of transition. It's the last moon before the eclipse cycle starts next month. It's a time to release and move from stillness into action and choice, from fear and doubt to empowerment. Use your community, use your intuition, your inner knowledge, and the faith of the star. Everything we need to transform can be transformed by heart-centered energy, not by anger, not by fear, but by love. That's why we're love rioters. Let me get the book on this. Sister Alyanushka and Brother Ivanushka, a Russian fairy tale. There once was an orphan girl named Alyanushka who lived with her young brother Ivanushka. Ivanushka was still too young to work, so he would follow his sister to her job on the other side of the forest. The journey was long and hot for the young boy, so when he saw a cow hoof print filled with water, he asked his sister if he could drink from it. She told him to wait until they could drink from the well. He asked again when he saw another hoof print, this time a horse's, filled with water, and again she told him to wait for the well. By this time, he was so hot and thirsty that when he saw a goat hoof print filled with water, he didn't ask. He just drank immediately and was transformed into a little white goat, for the water had been a witch's trick. Alyanushka, realizing what had happened to her brother, began to cry. She vowed to take care of him forever. Just then, a merchant came riding by and saw the lovely Alyanushka on the side of the road with a baby goat by her side. He asked her why she was crying, and when she told him her story, he instantly fell in love with her purity and proposed to her right then and there. Alyanushka agreed, and they were soon wed, and the three lived happily for some time. However, one day a witch kidnapped the goat brother and used him to lure Alyanushka to the river. The witch seized the girl, tied her up, weighted her with stones, and threw her into the water. Ivanushka managed to escape the witch. He ran home and found that the witch had transformed herself to look like Alyanushka. Alyanushka's husband, who had been away during this adventure, did not notice any difference in his wife. The disguised witch tried to convince the merchant to eat the goat, but Ivanushka instead led him to the river to discover and save the real Alyanushka. Knowing they had been deceived by the witch, Alyanushka and her husband killed her, breaking the curse on Ivanushka. To their delight, he became a human boy again. So there you have it, a story of love and faith. Be the crocus in the snow. This is a time to wrap old things up, a time of completion and transformation. Release fear and doubts. There's a lot of chaos in the collective right now, and we need to be grounded to weather it. We have the tools, we have the heart, resilience, and faith to take action. Make choices and take action, both for yourself and in balance for the collective. That's what I've got for this reading. Thanks for coming by. Until I see you again, may your path be lit brightly by moonlight, hope, and love.